All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Bishop Hakadash, divine to the apostles of the dream master Ruel, and Shalom to the faithful men as well as continue doing the work of the Lord. Now, Lord one, I just want to make this very quick video. I watched other Masha Potts video a little while, a couple hours ago, and he was speaking about pretty much. Let me see. Let's see if I can Okay, so it was titled
Right, Shalom.
Real Truth Equals Spiritual Alignment. You know, pretty much going into, you gotta live this truth. You gotta live this gospel. You can't say you in this truth and you ain't applying it and things like that. It's not just something, we just think. It's not something that we just, this truth ain't just something we just think every once in a while. This is something, this is a lifestyle that you should take on, and then you should become one with it. You know what I'm saying? It should be just like they say, like a sword. Like if you go to like ancient sword training, they would tell you your weapon. I believe they said that too about modern swords, like rifles and shit. But they said like your weapon is an extension of you. You know what I'm saying? It's part of you. You become one with the weapon. That's why you train and train and train. Same thing with this truth. What the scripture says, the word is likened unto a sword. You know what I mean? So it should be an extension of you. It should be like your arm. It should be a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, wisdom meets you in every thought. Okay? This is James 1 and let me see. 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves, right? So you got to be a doer of this word. Because if you are here preaching and you ain't actually doing it, you're really just deceiving yourself. You're wasting your time. You're wasting everybody's time. You know what I mean? If you really ain't about this truth, you just gonna go back to the world anyway. You don't really truly believe. You're not truly diligent. You're wasting time. You're deceiving yourself. It says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in the glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgotteth what manner of man he was. You know what I'm saying? So you just vain. You know what I'm saying? You're deceiving yourself. You don't know who you really are. All right, but like the elder brother was saying in his video, the truth, it exposes you. What's that, John 3, where it says, they that come to the light, that their works may be reproved and manifest, roughly paraphrasing. We ain't afraid of it. Because this truth, when you look at this truth, you gotta face yourself. You gotta face the deepest parts of you. The good, bad, and the ugly. Not just focus on the good. You focus on the bad too. The times that you was wrong and all the different things. You look at yourself. All right, but real quick, John 3. And 21, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deed may be manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. Right, and that's what we gotta do, man. We gotta face the truth. And these people in the world, they don't like to face the truth. They like to just deceive themselves and deceive others, acting like they're righteous and different things like that. But really, they wicked. You know what I'm saying? But verse 25, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word, this man shall be blessed in his deed. And you look into the word liberty in the scriptures, because it says we in liberty right now, grace period. I'm trying to remember how that one scripture goes, but we in liberty. I forgot how it goes. But you look at the word liberty, you know what I'm saying? It goes into pretty much, in so many words, the freedom to do what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So liberty doesn't mean that you're just free to do whatever the fuck you want. Because that's not a true believer. That's not the true person that believes in the truth. That's not a true religion. A true person, a man of faith, or you know what I'm saying, a man of God is somebody that is that will obey the word. Because like the scripture says, either it was at Romans 6 that either you're gonna be a servant to sin, or you're gonna be a servant to righteousness. So even when you're free from sin or free from, you've been set free, well, you still gotta be a servant to righteousness. All right. But that's good, because once you're a servant to righteousness, you're truly free. All right. It says, because when it's like, just adding to the point, when you are in righteousness, man, you just grow. You grow more and more. And you start achieving things. You start going from one glory to the other. But if you've been a servant to sin and your impulses and all these different things, then that's gonna destroy you. It may be quick. You might get quick results, but in the end, it's gonna destroy you. All right. It says, verse 26: If any man among you seem to be religious, and brideth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man religion is vain. See, so I go again, your lifestyle, because if you can't bridle your own tongue, you're out here talking crazy to people. You know what I'm saying? You just doing too much. You just blowing on a fire. Then you ain't in. Your religion is vain. Because what's the point of being in religion and being obedient to the Most High if you're not truly really obedient to the Most High? You just doing what you want to do. That's not religion, bro. That's Satanism, bro. Because what is Satanism? What they say? They say, "Do as thy will." You see. But our truth, our belief, our religion, is this truth. So that means we obedient to it. All right. And of course, it's our religion, but it's our heritage. It's more than just, if you ask somebody, "Oh, what's your religion? Christianity, Muslim, this, that, and the third." It's what we are. It's what we, you know what I'm saying? It's what we are. It's our heritage. It's literally in our DNA. All right. It's our belief, because this ain't something that any nation can. Now anybody can become a Jew, so-called Jewish. Anybody can become Christianity. Anybody can become whack ass Islam, Muslim, Mormon, so on and so forth. Pretty much all religions have set all people for the most part. But this is, you gotta be Hebrew Israelite, and now you gotta be the elect to truly believe, and then to endure to the end. It says, "Pure religion and undefiled before the Most High and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world." You know what I'm saying? So real quick, I want to look at this word pure in Greek.
Strong's G 2513, katharos. Katharos.
All right. The word pure says clean, pure, physically purified by fire. And the similitude like a vine cleansed by purifying, or it's like a pruning, and is fitted to bear fruit. free from corrupt desire, from sin and guilt. And that's what a pure religion is. You got to be free from corrupt desire, because you can get power, and then like you look at these different religious figures out here. You got TD Jakes, you got Bishop Nathaniel, you got whether you want to say the Israelites or just religion period. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of guys that get that power, and they get corrupt, and they sell out to Esau, or they start speaking lies to appease the crowd, and that's corrupt desire. And then once you desire corrupt things, then you're gonna start teaching corruptly too. All right, so that's why you gotta be pure. It's just from sin and guilt, free from every admixture of what is false, sincere, genuine. That's why Scripture says, "Blessed is the man whose mouth is no guile." All right, you gotta have the 100% truth. You can't mix it with all these different religions and beliefs and your opinion. No, it gotta be just straight the facts, the truth. It says blameless, innocent, unstained with the guilt of anything. And it says, let me see. And they got words likened unto it. It says, denotes freedom from falsehoods. Oh, it's like it denotes. Hold on. To serve as a sign, symbol. Denotes freedom from falsehoods. Denotes freedom from defilements of the flesh and the world. So that's what pure religion is. So if you really truly in this truth, and you got the true pure religion, then you gotta keep clean. You gotta keep your garments clean from the stain of the world and the corrupt desires. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be purified by fire. That's true religion, and you see that. That's why Scripture says, "Proving yourselves," roughly paraphrasing, "proving yourselves by much tribulations," because you get, when you're in this truth, you get tried by fire. You ain't gonna just come to the truth and all your life is just good and perfect. There's gonna be times where the Most High is gonna make you lonely. He's gonna times where he's gonna make you mad, sad, scared, anxious. You gotta go through all those different little tests. Every little emotion is a test, because you gotta control yourself. You gotta let the Most High do His work. You gotta cast all your cares upon Him. You gotta pray. You gotta have faith. You gotta have patience. So you're gonna get tested and tried in all the different situations, even in good times. That's even a test, because you can get too good and then you start forgetting the Most High, or some shit get too bad and then you start trying to curse the Most High, or it gets too, or it might be just normal and you might just get too comfortable and get too complacent. Like it's always a balance, and it's always moving. You just gotta flow with the Spirit. And you gotta pretty much have sincerity. That's the main point. Just to wrap it all up. If you truly have pure religion, then you're gonna live the truth. You're gonna live it like it's your life, not just read words or just do it for a day or two. You're gonna actually live it, and your desires, is gonna be pure. You're not gonna desire corrupt things. Your inner man is gonna be sincere. All right. And you're gonna help the poor. You're gonna do this, that, and the third, and you're gonna have faith until the end, until you can receive your reward. So pretty much that's the point. Lord willing, hopefully that was edifying. And give all praises and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua B'Shem Chakadash. Devon to the Prophet GMS Rural, and shalom to the brothers in this work. Shalom, say shalom.